Have you ever tried to budget, followed it for a month or two, and then stopped? Would you like to know why that happened? The truth is, you didn't fail at budgeting. Budgeting failed you. Because most people are taught dozens of rules, and that gets confusing, such as track everything, categorize perfectly, follow every dollar. When in reality, only one rule truly matters. And once you understand it, budgeting gets simpler fast. It isn't about discipline, and it's not about willpower. That's not what makes you good with money. This video is about designing a budget that works with real life, not against it. By the end, you'll know the one rule that makes budgets actually stick, and one small change you can make today that can completely change your cash flow. Most budgets fail for one simple yet profound reason. They're built on a flawed foundation that completely ignores basic human psychology. They expect you to make dozens of perfect financial decisions every single month, day in and day out, month after month, and year after year. This constant mental effort drains your cognitive resources, making failure almost inevitable. It's exhausting just to think about. Think about it. Every single purchase, no matter how small, becomes a complex question. Can I spend this? Which category is this? Am I sticking to the plan? That creates a powerful force called decision fatigue. And when people get tired, they don't try harder, they quit. They revert to old habits because it's simply easier. So it's not that budgeting is inherently hard. It's just that most budgets rely on constant, correct decision-making. This in turn relies on your discipline and motivation, which are not constant but fluctuate daily. It's a system that works against our own human nature, not with it. This is a recipe for disaster. We have been set up to fail from the very start, and it's not our fault. The good news is, there's a much better way. So here it is, the one budget rule that matters more than all the others. Your budget must make the right choice automatic. If your budget requires constant attention, it will fail eventually. A good budget doesn't ask you to be perfect. It removes temptation before it happens. This is why automation beats tracking, and why systems beat motivation. When money goes where it's supposed to go automatically, what's left becomes easier to manage. So, let's make this practical and see what this system looks like in real life. Instead of the exhausting task of tracking every single dollar, I want you to try this automated structure. Think of it as building a financial pipeline that directs your money exactly where it needs to go, without you having to open the floodgates every time. First, let's tackle your recurring bills. I'm talking about your rent or mortgage, utilities, car payment, insurance, even streaming subscriptions. The first step is to set them all up on autopay. But here's a crucial detail. Set it up directly through the service provider's website, not through your bank or credit union's bill pay feature. I know the bank's feature seems convenient, like a one-stop shop, but trust me, the risk isn't worth it. Your service provider has a vested interest in getting paid every month. They will not forget to take their money. A bank, on the other hand, is just a middleman. If you set up bill pay through your bank, they are not ultimately responsible if a payment gets missed. They'll have a disclaimer buried in the terms and conditions stating as much. I learned this the hard way. I remember one time having bill pay set up through my credit union. I thought everything was running smoothly. But one month, they just didn't pay my electric bill. I didn't even notice until the next month's statement arrived from the utility company, showing I was 30 days past due and had been slapped with a late fee. Naturally, I was upset. I called my bank asking what happened. Their response was a vague, "We don't know. Everything looks good on our end." When I asked them about covering the late fee, they quickly pointed to their disclaimer. They told me bill pay is just a convenience service and they hold no responsibility if a payment fails, for any reason. It didn't matter that I had more than enough money in the account. They don't face the consequences, the late fees, the damaged credit, or the threat of having the power turned off. They have no skin in the game. So, the key takeaway is this: always automate payments at the source. Go directly to the vendor. Yes, it takes a bit more time upfront to visit each company's website and set it up, but the peace of mind it brings is invaluable. You won't have to worry if your bills are being paid. The electric company is not going to forget or allow some bill pay glitch to keep them from their money. That's their revenue, and they take it seriously. Now, to make this even more foolproof, create a simple bill calendar. Note down when each automatic payment is scheduled to be debited. This gives you a clear picture of your monthly cash flow. And to avoid any overdraft scares, try to keep a small buffer in your checking account, maybe a couple $100s, or whatever makes you feel secure. This ensures that even if a paycheck is a day late, your automated system runs without a hitch. Now that you've automated your essential expenses, the next step is to pay yourself. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your savings account. Don't just have one generic savings account. Give your savings a purpose. Create separate named accounts for your goals. You could have a starter emergency fund for that first $1,000, then a fully funded emergency fund for 3 to 6 months of expenses. You can also create a vacation fund or a future car fund. Naming your goals makes them tangible and emotionally resonant. You're not just saving money, you're building toward a specific, exciting future, which is a powerful motivator. After securing your savings, it's time to grow your wealth. The next accounts to water with your cash flow are your investment accounts, like a brokerage account or an IRA. Just like with your bills and savings, set up automatic transfers for these each month. It's a disciplined, steady approach to long-term growth. And don't forget, you may be able to do this directly through your employer. You can set up automatic contributions to be taken directly from your paycheck. This is automation at its finest. The money is invested before you even have a chance to see it or spend it. Even a small adjustment, like increasing your contribution by just 1%, can make a huge difference over time thanks to compound growth. It's a simple click that your future self will thank you for. Do you see the picture we're painting? When your paycheck arrives, your system automatically takes care of everything important. First, your bills are paid. Second, your savings goals are funded. Third, your future self is looked after through investments. All of this happens without you lifting a finger. At that point, the money left in your checking account is truly yours to spend. You don't need to ask permission or feel guilty about buying a coffee, going out to dinner, or splurging on a hobby. What's left is safe to spend. You've already handled the important stuff. The system is doing the heavy lifting for you. Your budget is no longer a restrictive document you have to wrestle with. It's a silent, efficient process working quietly in the background, not nagging at you every day. This is financial freedom in its most practical form. Let's boil this down to a quick start checklist. Remember the one simple rule: make the right choice, the automatic choice. First, go to your biller's websites. Rent, utilities, insurance, subscriptions, and turn on auto pay. Second, create those named savings accounts and schedule automatic transfers for every payday. Third, automate a fixed monthly investment into your brokerage and IRA, even if it's a small amount to start. Imagine this. Your paycheck hits on the first of the month. On the second, your rent and utility auto payments are drafted. On the third, $50 automatically moves to your starter emergency fund, and $100 goes into your IRA. Just like that, with no stress or decisions on your part, you've paid your bills and invested in your future. The money remaining in your account is now completely worry-free. That's the power of automating your financial life. One automated move done today is worth more than a dozen good intentions you plan for tomorrow. When the right choice is made automatic, you can relax, stress drops, guilt disappears. You stop checking your budget constantly. Money becomes something you manage once, not something you fight with every day. This is why people who use simple systems stick with them longer, not because they're more disciplined, but because the system itself does the work. Here is your life change takeaway. If you do nothing else after watching this video, please do this one simple thing. Automate one important money move. Just one thing. It could be a small automatic transfer to your savings account, even just $25. It could be setting up auto pay for your phone bill, or it could be a fixed amount moved to an IRA or investment account each month. The amount doesn't matter at first. What truly matters is removing a recurring financial decision from your plate. This isn't about discipline. It's about designing a system that works for you, even on your busiest days. If it seems overwhelming to do everything at once, just automate 1 or 2 things a month until your whole system is running smoothly on its own. That single change reduces stress immediately. It proves to you that you can do this, which builds your confidence. And that momentum is exactly how real, lasting financial progress starts. You're not just paying a bill or saving a few dollars, you're buying back your precious time and peace of mind. This is the foundation for true financial freedom. Budgeting doesn't fail because people are lazy or careless. It fails because it asks humans to behave like machines. The best budget isn't strict, it's automatic. And when the right choice becomes automatic, money gets used efficiently. If this video helped you, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.